Guys, we are back today and we have got another head-to-head for you. We've got the Mizuno 245 iron and the TaylorMade P790. This is a clash of the titans, but before you watch any further, hit that subscribe button. So guys, two phenomenal irons. The absolute beast of an iron that is the P790. Just TaylorMade have revamped, tightened this iron up consistently over the last 6, 7, 8 years. It's a brilliant iron. It performs brilliantly. I can't really say a lot more about it. It's one of our best selling irons and it always has been. Whatever model they bring out, this has just been absolutely sensational. There's a fair bit of tech that goes in that. It is hot, it gives you distance, it's a great looking iron. The top line isn't too chunky, but it does give you that little bit of forgiveness. But it's gonna go up against the Mizuno 245. Possibly one of the best looking, most forgiving irons on the market. I mean, they say nothing feels like a Mizuno, but I think you've also got to add in nothing looks like a Mizuno. If you put a set of those in your bag, you look like a golfer, right? You look like you know you can hit it. It is a phenomenally good looking iron. It's soft, it's gonna give you a great feel, but it is also hot. So I'm really excited to put these to the test against each other. But we're gonna start with a Mizuno. So here we go guys, the Mizuno 245, brand new iron this year. We say nothing feels like a Mizuno, I said that in the introduction there, but nothing looks like a Mizuno either. Beautifully crafted iron, looks great. When you lay it down, top edge, little bit thicker, so you've got this as part of the range of 245, 243, 241. 241 being the pure blade. It is a really good range of irons. 245 is the more forgiving, so a little bit thicker top line, faster ball speeds. You've got a lie angle at 61.5, 30-degree loft in this thing, so it's fairly powerful, it's fairly strong, it's designed to go a decent distance. What you're seeing a lot this year already is guys wanting to combo the long iron in this, so maybe the 4 iron, the 5 iron, into 243 or even into 241, so they get the feel and the sleekness of that blade in the short irons, but they get the power and the forgiveness of 245 in the long irons. We have done a lot of sets of these though as well. There's a lot of guys that want a great looking iron and just love them through the bag, so I can see there is a lot of popularity. But let's hit them. Nip-on motor shaft in here. Again, that's kind of the shaft of choice at the moment for me. Oh my days, how good did that feel? Wow! I mean, I can't see where it went because the sun's in my eyes, but that was absolutely ripped. Super, look at that. 183, 128 ball speed. Just superb, love that. Let's have another. Don't like that, don't like that, that was me, come on, that was a really bad shot. So 4 out of 10 strike. Who's going to play this type of iron? Well, it can be anyone really. It's such a good looking iron, it's forged, it's soft, it gives a huge amount of feel. So who's going to play it? Well, I can see this guys, as I said, there's a lot of blending going on, but you could have guys off 2, 3 playing this all the way up to maybe 14, 15. I think it's an iron that if you enjoy looking at a good quality iron, if you enjoy the feel of a forged club, and you want a bit of speed off the face, then this is a really good iron to hit. Pops up really nicely actually, this. I haven't said that in a while, we haven't said that it pops, and this iron really does pop a little bit. It clicks off the face quite nicely, and actually quite beautifully. Land angle is always good with Mizuno for me, so 50-degree land angle, gonna get the ball to stop. And we've said this before, I really struggle with land angle. Carry distance is good as well, so not only is this thing going to come down like a butterfly with sore feet, it's also travelling 185 through the air, so totally controllable in distance. Oh my days. I genuinely hope that microphone picked up that sound, because that was sensational how good that felt. 183 carry, 52-degree land angle, 131 ball speed. Everything about this iron is brilliant. Everything. Well, nearly everything, but we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Nearly everything. Just one more because I'm enjoying hitting this. I've absolutely nutted that again. This is a really good test. 132 ball speed. It's getting out their yardage. So consistent the way this type of club performs. Mizuno do a brilliant job in their MP range of producing an iron that is consistent. Really, really consistent. But we've got to put it against something, haven't we? We've got to test it. And we're going up against the colossal P790. So let's see what happens. So we're straight back in, 790 added to the party. Well, when you look down on them, they're incredibly similar. Both give you the top line that oozes confidence, gives you a little bit more feel that, you know what, I'm going to get a little bit of forgiveness out of these bats. In terms of finish, well, you've got a slightly duller finish of the P790 against the wonderful chrome. I mean, it's glistening in the sun there, look. The wonderful chrome of the Mizuno. Looks good from the top. I think they both look good in your bag. Overall, there's not a lot to choose from that. So, let's see what the old numbers say. Remember, ball speeds off the Mizuno were really good, 130-ish. Land angles were insane. Let's see what this does for me. Just toe it, Alan, toe it a bit more. You see, I have a little break, I change the club, and all of a sudden, the swing disappears. 120 ball speed. Still good, still, I mean, I take it, but... Doesn't feel as solid for me. That might be the way I'm hitting it. Let's see if we can get 2 or 3 decent swings in here. Oh, that was better. So that felt probably an 8 out of 10 hit. That was nice. It's a nice strike. Overall, clicked. Not maybe as powerful. I didn't really get the ball speed out of that as I did with the Mizuno. Definitely doesn't feel the same, I will say. It feels firmer. It feels like you're really hitting something with something that is quite harsh. Quite hard and quite harsh, really. That was okay. Not great strike, but it was okay. Again, that 7 out of 10 one is the one that I tend to value more than anything else. Distance was good, ball speed maintained. Again, with both of these irons, the land angle is up, which is one of my most important aspects, especially when I'm looking at an iron. Good iron. Decent strike, that one. Let's see what that comes out. 91 club head speed, same shaft as well, nip-ons in there as well. So ball speeds aren't quite as high, pulled that a little bit, so a little bit more carry. Overall distance is very, very similar between the two irons. It's just how they got there and what it felt like. So 2 brilliant irons, 2 really, really well thought out irons, I would say. I think the 245 edition from last year's model, 225, and obviously the upgrade on P790 6-8 months ago. These guys don't need to do a lot with this type of iron, but when they do, they have to do it really, really well. And they have both brands have done a super job on these irons. And if you're in that market and your handicap is that kind of 4 handicap up to 12, 13, 14, 15 handicap, these irons, and you can strike it, you've got to be able to strike it, of course. These irons will maybe be worth testing against each other in any fitting you go to. I think if you just isolate one and said, I'm only going to test 245, I think you would be you're doing P790 a disservice and vice versa. I think you have to put them up against it because you are, and everyone's slightly different, right? The feels are, what you feel is, what I feel is harsh, as I said earlier, with 790 and firmer in 790, you might feel differently. So it's really important that this type of iron gets put in that mix if it's an iron you're looking for. It is an iron that you're not going to get oodles, and although they're powerful, they are powerful irons. If distance is your priority in a fit, you probably won't go there. If it's I want consistent distance and I want a good look, then these two are in that ballpark. So look, let's put them head to head and see which one comes out on top. So let's give it the head to head challenge. Let's see which one comes out on top. We'll start with the look. I mean, they look good, don't they? They're both good irons. No one's going to argue and say that you're using a chopper's bat. But for me, there's only one winner. It's going to be the Mizuno, right? It's just, it looks so cool. Classic, clean, just everything about it is just, it looks brilliant. Feel, set it in there. This is where it gets subjective. So please don't hammer me in the comments on this one feels better than that. Oh, I've got to set this. Look, this is subjective. My personal feel, I've said in previous videos, is I like something that's a little bit softer. I always have done, always will do. Mizuno again, they're 2-0 up. Look and feel, that is beating the P790. Custom options. Both are good. We build both. We're lucky to have both in the build centre. We probably want to take this out in future, Chris, because it feels like I'm doing the same answer to every club we're doing. It's a draw, right? So very simple. Custom options, both are brilliant, both are good. So let's call it 3-1. In terms of overall performance, well, that was great on ball speed. It was great on dispersion. It was great on land angle. It was decent on ball speed. It was decent on dispersion. And it was okay on land angle. Not a lot to choose from, but overall performance wise, I think I'm going to have to give it, purely for wrapping it all up, to the Mizuno. So now it comes down to price. And this is the bit that may throw you out. So this iron is considerably more expensive than this. We're talking around 30, 40 pound per stick, if not a little bit more if you have some certain upcharge options. You're talking around 230, 240 pound for 245s, and you're talking about the 170, 180 mark for the P790. That is a huge, huge difference. If you're looking to buy a full set of these irons, you really have to do your work, do your testing, and be prepared to spend some serious buck if you're the Mizuno. So on price, I'm going to have to give it to the TaylorMade. Overall, Mizuno wins 4-2. Guys, I hope that was helpful. We're trying to give you a little bit of feedback that's not tech talks as we do it. You can head over to watch Matt or Lewis as they can go in depth on the heads and the technologies and the bits and pieces. We're trying to split this up. So this video is real about giving you some insight on what it feels like and some golfer opinion, if you like. Because when you come to a fitting, you just want to be given some product to hit it and get the results and the ball flights that you want. So be clear on what you're trying to achieve in that fitting. Remember, if you like our videos, it'd be really good if you can tell all your golf friends about it. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps us grow the channel and we really, really appreciate it. Until next time, happy golfing.